Good morning, everybody. This is Steve at the Worley Bugger. It is April 19th, 2024. I'm here at the upper bridge in the Yakima River. Give you a report. The river got a shot of water in it last week and drove the flows up. A little bit from the Tianaway, a little bit of water release from the dams too. I didn't see anywhere where it said they were doing salmon pulses, but that will be something to keep your eye out on over the next several weeks. You know, with our pitiful snowpack that we have this year, and how far they drained the reservoirs last year, it's going to be interesting to see how much water they actually dump down the river. And for those that spend, you know, a fair amount of time out here on the water, really it's quite a waste of water. I don't really know whose idea this is. I know it comes from the tribe, but tribal fisheries, like dumping 1,000 cubic feet down the water, doesn't really move salmon out. We experience it, we see it, it pushes them around in the river, and then the river drops, you know, and they just, you know, they're all potted up, pushes them to one side. It's really not enough water to push them out and make them go to the Pacific. At least that's what we're seeing right now, so it's kind of a big waste of water, really. That's one man's opinion, right? So, just what we kind of see on our experience from, you know, year to year with them doing that. But expect to you know, to see some of that probably over the next 30 days. They'll drop some water from the Clay Ellen Reservoir. This morning the river definitely has a little bit of color to it. I mean, it's dropped hard, and it's quite a bit lower now than what it was just even, you know, 2 days ago. It was supposed to continue to drop, and then kind of there's a projection of a little bit more bump of water. So still, you know, there's still some snow in the low-lying, not the low-lying hills, but about the mid-level. David tried to get into Cooper Lake the other day, and I didn't think he was going to be successful. We needed it there, and he you know, he got to about the bottom of the road where you cross the upper Clay Ellen. So that tells you that there's still a fair amount of snow in that kind of mid-elevation range, you know, which is good. But unfortunately, we have a way to capture all that. Would be great, especially for a year like we're going to experience. We're definitely going to experience some drought conditions. Hopefully we won't have a super hot summer. Here's what's going on the river. Big March brown hatches, especially in the upper river above the Tianaway. We're seeing, you know, 2-3 hours worth of bugs coming off there, mixtures of blue wings. There's still squallows around dropping, at least through some of the Farmlands area in the upper river, and of course blue wings. And we're starting to see a few caddis now popping around too. So just as we progress, you know, keep in mind, you know, there's going to be bugs that are going to be finishing up their cycle for the year and new bugs coming on. So be prepared for that with your boxes and with your tying. But with the river off color a little bit, you know, and with escalated flows sometimes too, that can stunt hatches. I was out on the river a couple of days ago, and the March brown hatch was only about 20 minutes. So they got up on him, why they were hatching good, and then it just kind of fizzled out. So that's happens sometimes. It's not always, you know, reliable where you can expect, you know, hours of, you know, feeding frenzy on the surface. Just you got to take what you can get and enjoy it while it lasts. All the basin lakes are still reporting, you know, good fishing. Even Dry Falls now. I'm talking to some folks that are starting to experience better fishing up there. So Lake Lanise still getting great reports from. Dusty Lake, all the Quincy lakes still good. Water's still good. One thing too, you know, as we approach the month of May, our warm water fishery will come online, you know, and we'll start looking at other critters to catch on the fly. Smallmouth, of course, is a favorite of ours, and we'll be spending a little bit of time. There's an open window about 3 weeks on the lower Yak where we're booking trips right now for smallmouth fishing down there, and then the largemouth fishing will come on depending on water temperature and air temperature in the desert lakes. So that's exciting. Something that we always look forward to this time of year, so keep that in mind. If that's something that you want to do or something that you're interested in, you can call the fly shop. We can give you some pointers, or you can come out and experience it and learn how to do it for yourself. So it's Friday, everybody, thank God. So everybody have a great weekend. Looks like it's going to be a nice one. Beautiful here today. Some guys here paid their $20 fee to the KOA, and they're gonna float down, it looks like. So they're gonna enjoy their day. On my way to the pro shop, I just stopped off here at Rinehart, which is just below where I was filming at the upper bridge. Now this is the lower bridge at Rinehart. The river looks a lot better here. So it must have been, there's a couple little irrigation returns that come in up above about a quarter mile upriver, so that could have been adding a little bit of color to the water. I mean, keep in mind, I mean, look across the river there, you can see the culvert. That water's coming out of Menage Creek. So a lot of these little feeder streams are, you know, are running high this time of year, and they'll dump color in. And they've also charged the irrigation systems too this week, so farmers have started irrigating, so that cleans out canals and irrigation ditches, and then returns to the river, which can add a little bit of color, but looks great here. One thing I will add too is we're still having these big giant temperature swings. I mean, this week we've seen lows in the 30s, you know, and highs, you know, almost near 70. So 40-degree swings during the day. So things are going to be a little slow in the morning. Drops water temperatures. I was taking water temps. They were in the low 40s, 41 starting out, you know, but on a day like today where there's no cloud cover and lots of sun, especially with the river dropping, comes up very quickly. And then you can expect those hatches, the bugs to start forming. Usually you start seeing them about 1:30. So river looks good for the weekend. So if you got some plans to fish, it looks like we're good to go.